what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and as I said before, had a feeling that I was going to be getting some more stuff for Pro Day, and I have a feeling I'm probably going to be getting even more stuff because this sale is really good. I love expanding my Series X collection, and there are so many games on that buy one get one free deal for the Series X that I am going to be jumping on, since there are a few other games I still haven't added. I'm just waiting for my paycheck to come in for me to officially go for the next set of stuff, but I have more stuff, I think, in this video than I did in the last one, mainly because I was waiting for some stuff in the mail, and then I saw a lot of cheap Series X games at my job that I assumed I had in my collection that I didn't, so I really gotta start carrying around a list with me, because there's a lot of games I keep finding at other stores that I don't have yet, and it's honestly just a perfect time to be doing this. So without further ado, guys, let's go right into looking at what I got for this video. So I have to admit, I am a bit disappointed with the first thing that I got. I ordered a PS4 Slim, the Camo Edition, and I kind of wanted one that was in decent condition. I'm not really looking to play this console. I just wanted a PS4 Slim for my collection, since it's the last PS4 model that I didn't have. I have the regular and I have the Pro. I really wanted to have the Slim version because I have every single Xbox One and every single Xbox for that matter. I want to do the exact same thing for PlayStation. Get the every single model of the PlayStation. So I got my PS4 Slim, I got the camo, but immediately there were a few things wrong. Now the thing is perfectly working, there's not an issue with the functionality of the console, but probably can't see in the camera, but this thing is heavily scuffed in multiple areas. And this is a refurbished console, keep in mind. So we got some scuffs on the top corner here, we got plenty of scuffs on the back over here. The bottom is perfectly fine, but it's the bottom of the console, I'm never going to see that. The sides here, not very cool. Just everything about this console, I was hoping for a little bit better of a refurbishment job here, and it just doesn't look very good. So I'm an ASL at GameStop. I recently got promoted. I have been there about 2 years now. This is probably the worst refurbishment job I've seen on a console since I've been there. I've sold multiple refurbished consoles, and I always check the refurbished consoles before I sell them, because you never know at the warehouse, because they're getting a ton of consoles a day. They're not just focusing on one. You never know when someone might just look at a console, basically just see if it plays a game and then send it back, because there will be really good people on the refurbishment team, and there'll be people that just look at it and say, it's fine. So this is an example of, I think, if it really was worked on, it wasn't worked on very well. I don't really know what probably was wrong with this. Maybe it was something with the disk drive at the very most, but yeah, this console isn't in the greatest condition, which makes me kind of sad. This is the 1TB model, by the way, guys. It does actually look pretty cool for what it is. I know it's a little damaged. I'm not too concerned in the worst. I'm not going to return it. It's a PS4 Slim. I just wanted one for the collection. But I am kind of disappointed, pretty upset about this. If I ever am going to resell this, like when I own my own retro game store, I'm probably going to take a major discount off of this and maybe even bring it down to $100 if that's what PS4s go for in the future. But I'll probably end up getting another PS4 Slim again somewhere down the line, maybe like a black one or any of the other special edition ones that are out there. But this is my first PS4 Slim. I now own every single PS4, so that's something to be happy about. Oh, and another thing is they sent me a black controller instead of a camo, so I'm actually really angry about that as well, because I wanted a camo controller really bad, because I love camo things. If PS5 comes out with the PS5 camo plates, I'm taking off my black plates and putting the camo right on it. They probably already have it. I just haven't been paying attention. But let's look at some of the positive stuff, because they're really, other than this, there's a lot of positive stuff to cover here. So the first game I got on this list, which was actually the first game that I wanted to get in general, I just didn't have the original case for it at my store. That one is A Plague Tale Requiem. So this game initially came out on the Series X and PS5 only having a 30 FPS cap, which is why I swayed away from it for a while. I was waiting for there to be a Steam sale so I can play this on my RTX 3080 and get 60 FPS. But what I didn't know, which my boss actually let me know, they actually ended up coming out with a 60 FPS patch. So I am really looking forward to playing this one, because it's one of the best looking games on the console so far. It's something that I really just want to dive in and see how it looks on next gen, because this is one of the very few games I think fully takes advantage of next gen consoles, where there are a lot of games that still come to the Xbox One and PS4 that are going to be on this list that we're going to be talking about. So very excited to play this one. This was the first one I wanted to add to the collection out of everything I added from Series X so far. So I'm hoping to give this one a shot pretty soon. Up, we have a game that I already own on PC, because I got it around the time that the Steam Deck came out. That is Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobe. So I played the first Destroy All Humans game, at least the remake of it, on Series X when it was on Game Pass, and really ended up enjoying it. Like, the style of the game was always really cool to me. I never played the originals. I do own, I believe, the first one on PS2 now, but I never got a chance to play the original games when they came out, so when the remake came out, I figured that would be a good opportunity to do so. I didn't really know much about the game at all, but diving into it, playing, on the high difficulties and just messing around in the game was always really cool to me. Them doing a remake for the second one is a really cool thing to me, that they're going back and remaking these old franchises. I am okay with remakes of games from, like, the PS2 and original Xbox era. I think we're getting a little too much of the ones from 360 and PS3. Not that I'm complaining about them too much, but these games are ones that 100% needed a remake, because camera controls back then kind of sucked. Where on Xbox 360 and PS3, the games kind of all feel the same, but the graphics have just been getting better and physics has been getting slightly better. So, honestly, for the most part, 360 and PS3 remakes to me aren't 100% necessary, but I feel like the ones on Xbox and PS2 and anything below that are 100%, since we have new technology now. They definitely need refined controls and just the better visuals. These games age very, very well once they're remade from the ground up. But absolutely love this game on PC. I'm definitely going to be giving it a replay on the Series X for the hell of it. Now that my mic volume was extremely low, so we're kind of just messing with it right now and trying to get it to a point where it sounds pretty good. Also, the mic was kind of far away from me, so sorry for the low audio in the beginning of the video. But next game we have here is one that I already bought the Ultimate Edition of on PC. I felt like this was warranted a second purchase, because the work that was done on this game was absolutely incredible. Usually when a game is really good, it makes me want to support the developer more and spend extra money. I know they probably don't need it with how big of a corporation they are, but when a project is done right, it makes me just want to flood the developer with support. So I got the game again. There was only a standard edition for this one physically. There was an Ultimate and Deluxe edition digitally, so I'm going to keep this one sealed. I'm not going to play it on Xbox because the PC version is the definitive way to do it. I feel like this franchise, starting on PC, I feel like I'm going to keep going for it on PC. But that game right here is Diablo 4, and this game is just really good. I've never really been into the Diablo games. I didn't get into them until, like, maybe when they remade Diablo 2, the Resurrected one, because what ended up happening was my boss at my old GameStop location ended up giving me the code for the game, because the store leaders at GameStop a lot of times will get free games from the company, like digital codes. So he ended up giving me the second Diablo for Series X, since he was never going to play it. So have to thank him for that. He's no longer in the company, unfortunately, but we were pretty chill. He gave me that one. I really enjoyed it. So that automatically made me hyped for Diablo 4. I never played 3. I never played the originals, but after playing this one, I'm definitely going to go back and play the other ones, because sorry guys, my allergies. This is just a really well-made game. I felt like it's just one of those games that a lot of people can enjoy, and I'm going to be probably grinding it for the next few or so years, who knows. And if there's DLCs coming out, then I'm absolutely going for those as well. This is going to be one of the first games that I really grind, that I'm usually not like a game grinder, so other than Guitar Hero. So this is going to be the first franchise outside of Guitar Hero. I feel like I'm just going to go full-blown grind, other than Pokemon as well. But keeping this one sealed for Series X, I felt like it's necessary. It's something I already own, so I'm trying to get more sealed games anyway. I felt like this was just the perfect time to do that. These 3 games right here, I know nothing about. They were just part of the buy one, get one deal that I figured would be cool to just add to the collection. Like I said, I am going for a full Series X collection somewhere down the line. Obviously, the console's going to be around a long time, so I'm going to be doing this for a very long time, but this is the best time to do it since I'm getting games for free when purchasing one. So honestly, this was just something for me to add games to the collection. I know nothing about these. So far, we got Train Sim World 3. We've got the Evil Dead game, which honestly probably the only one on here that I was actually genuinely interested in, and In Sound Mind Deluxe Edition. So all these were new games. None of them were pre-owned. They were just games I really wanted to add here, just to really complete the Series X collection a little bit faster. Alright, so next up we have a game that I actually was anticipating on getting around the time that it launched. I've always liked the Need for Speed games. Whenever a new racing game came out, one of my uncles from my dad's side would get us the deluxe editions of that. Unfortunately, I'm noticing a lot now. There really aren't a lot of deluxe editions coming physically anymore. This is getting pretty sad, because that was like our tradition every year. At one point, they got me Need for Speed, like the remake, the deluxe edition of that, or the reboot, whatever it was. I don't remember if it was a remake or a reboot. And then they got me Gran Turismo Sport, the highest edition of that, around that time, because my uncle is really into cars and all that stuff. I'm not sure if he is nowadays. We haven't spoken in a while, but he was really into cars at that time. He always got me into the racing games, and really, he's the reason I still play racing games and even got into them in the first place. Why I got a racing wheel for Gran Turismo, why I play so much Forza Horizon. Like, I honestly never enjoyed these games growing up, but ever since he got me the versions of these games, I knew that they were ones that I wanted to stick around for. So this game right here is Need for Speed Unbound. I don't know any of the reviews for this, but I know it's a next-gen game. It's next-gen only, so I have to imagine that it takes advantage of next-gen consoles, considering it didn't come to Xbox One or PS4. So that's pretty exciting to me. I'm loving to see that we're finally getting next-gen exclusive games. I know it kind of sucks for the other guys or on the older consoles, but I really feel like the Xbox One and PS4 are holding back this generation, because compared to the 360 and PS3, those things were powerhouses. You can pretty much get anything to run on those consoles for the most part, and even a lot of next-gen games were able to run on them if you cut them down to look like 360 games. But the Xbox One and PS4, those things, like, the CPUs were terrible, the RAM was terrible, the hard drives were terrible. Just compared to the newer tech, they really just didn't hold up at all, or not holding up very well at all. They can run a lot of games still, but I feel like it's time to sway away from Xbox One and PS4, because as much as the PS4 is my favorite console of all time, that thing was weak. Even when the Pro was out, that CPU was a major bottleneck, and I'm happy that we have, like, these powerful Ryzen processors basically in our new consoles, and SSDs, and just great graphics capabilities. So hoping to see more games like this come out, because I'm loving how the games look on Series X when they're Series X only and PS5 only, obviously, as well. So last, but absolutely not least, this one wasn't part of the buy one get one deal, but it was a game that I felt like I really needed to add to the collection, because I am in love with this game so far. I'm usually not majorly into fighting games, but I grinded this game, and I've been grinding this game so much ever since I got it on PS5. I felt like I had to support this developer and add it to my Series X collection. As a matter of fact, I got the Victrix PS5 controller. So this is one of those that came out around the time that the DualSense Edge came out. I don't think this one is as good as the DualSense Edge for the most part, but it's got a lot of replaceable parts and stuff that you can't get on the DualSense Edge that made me want to get it specifically for fighting games. So when Mortal Kombat comes out, I'm also getting that for PS5. I think I'm switching over to PS5 fully for fighting games, since this controller isn't compatible with Xbox, despite it having PC support, PS4 support, and PS5 support. So they could have just went the extra mile, but they didn't do it, unfortunately. But this controller, so clicky on the front. I swapped out the second joystick for the fight pad right here, and I'm absolutely loving it. This joystick is big right here, so I kind of hold it like a fight pad, and I play it like this because I'm loving it so far. So I pretty much just completely hyped the game. I got it on Series X. I'm keeping it sealed because, you know, I keep saying I want to add more sealed Series X games. That one is Street Fighter 6. Absolutely loving this game. I'm so happy that I got this game, that my coworker convinced me to get it, because it's one that I'm going to be grinding for a long time, along with Diablo. I'm really into it. I'm going to be playing it for a long time. Maybe somewhere down the line I'll get as good as she is at the game, but as of right now, I am trash. I'm trying my best to get better. I haven't played a Street Fighter game since the second one, so we're going far back. And I mean, I'm only almost 22 years old, and the Street Fighter games came before my time, but in terms of retro, in terms of my collection, I haven't played any of the Street Fighter games other than 2, and I think I played Street Fighter 2 for the first time when I was 14, so we're talking almost a decade now. So yeah, guys, that is everything that I got from Pro Week, at least in this video. Chances are there's probably going to be more because I can't control myself. Plus, I keep buying Pokemon cards since it's buy two, get one free. I'm ridiculous, guys. I spend too much money. You guys should know this at this point. Kyle likes to joke at me in the comment section and call me a rich New Yorker. I am not a rich New Yorker. I just have a very bad spending problem. As you can see, all my guitars, I'm running out of games, room for my Xbox One games, so I'm going to have to take them off and put them to make room for Series X. I have too many games on the shelf over there. I can't point because camera over there. And yeah, so we're done here. Hopefully there's not more. I'm probably going to get another PS4 Slim because I'm kind of pissed about this one. But that's everything, guys. Thank you all for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one.